Distorted Realities. Here are your hosts, Jay Rock and Frank Walls. Remember, discuss the unknown and discover the truth.
Hello, and welcome to Distorted Realities. My name is Jay Rock, and alongside me is none other than Mr. Frank.
What up,
The
guys?
Tank Walls.
I got to meet the legend right here, Mr. J Rock.
Lots of love to everybody who's watching the show today. Are you on YouTube already?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm having some malfunctions.
So how was your week?
Good. A lot of work.
Yeah. Nothing new?
Nothing new. Well, yeah, I have last week I had time with my daughter.
Oh,
And I want to shout out to Kira.
Kira.
Love you.
Lots of love being sent your way from
Yeah.
Dad and from J Rock, of course, because you also, you know what I mean?
And my son Aiden was there too.
What's up, Aiden? Lots of love.
We went to medieval times.
Medieval
Yeah.
times.
They had a
That's
blast.
great. That is awesome. So medieval times, you saw they got new weapons now. that
Yeah.
spark a lot more and all that
Mhm.
stuff. That's pretty cool.
I want to become a knight.
I think we're all knights at some point in our
Right.
lives, right? We got that imaginary horse
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So, yeah. Anything else that was eventful?
Just work, that my nightlife as working at nights, fighting crime.
Protecting the streets of Orlando.
Yeah,
Florida.
yeah.
Oh man. So yeah. Mine's was a little bit more challenging. So first things first, I wanna I guess have a quick discussion about people. So I think the message that I want to convey is gonna be a little more complicated, but first and foremost, I lost someone who was really important in my professional and personal life. This gentleman goes by the name of Robert. And basically, everything I do today involving technology is in large part due to his wisdom, his expertise, his guidance. He taught me how to be a technologist.
Wow.
Fortunately, he passed away this Saturday at 4 in the morning. Lost this battle
Sorry for that, man.
with cancer. And I guess I just wanted to say, when you see people, give them their flowers while they're still there. I was very fortunate to have the conversation with him prior to his passing, and just thank him for everything he's done for me. Right. And I've done it more than once, but he was a very stoic individual. So he's like, I
Gotcha.
didn't do nothing. Right? Very humble. And I was able to tell him, that I'm really grateful. I am where I am in large part due to his effect and impact in my life. And just tell people, every now and then when you meet people that cross your life and have an impact in your choices and in your outcomes, you should be able to look at them and just show gratitude and tell them how you really feel, because it's important. You don't know when your time is up, and you don't know when that person who's very close to you's time is up.
Exactly.
God works in ways that we can't understand, and sometimes he calls for people and it's their turn. But to the Casanova family, just want to say God bless. My condolences to every single family member with this loss. It's heartfelt all across.
Sorry for your loss.
And to Robert, I know you're up there. Just thank you. I'm a better person because I met you and because I was able to just see, have your guidance and your instructions. And I guess I'll see you when it's my turn. So yeah, so let's move on. Interesting week. Last week we had not last week, the week before that, we had the Women of Unearthly.
Oh yeah, beautiful show.
It was a great show.
Mm.
They had their first live stream on
Live
Instagram, and kudos to them. I applaud you, ladies. It was very good.
I saw it.
I really, really recommend that you guys go and show love and show support to the Women of Unearthly. And watch what they're doing, because they're making moves and they're doing a lot of cool stuff. They're posting up pictures of what looks like apparitions in their images and like mist and orbs and stuff. They're the real deal.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely.
there's no question
No
in my
question
mind
about it.
they're the
Mhm.
real deal. So show them some love and support. Um, this episode is done this way because we're in preparation for the last episode, which is going to be a review, a recap
Mhm.
of everything that we've done. There will be no Mr. Valentine this week because we're setting him up for next week to do his final for the season. Um, and therefore, we have Mars Base Z Part 4.
Mhm.
Um, we have a couple of secret project videos that we want to air out to you guys on the final episode. So there won't be much of cryptids,
Yeah.
new cryptids, new aliens. We're gonna pick the what we thought was the best. And then you can
Are you gonna do like
we're gonna do a poll on
a
you.
poll like last time?
We're gonna do a poll on YouTube. We're gonna
Mhm.
try to do one on TikTok.
Gotcha.
See what the people pick, and based on those percentages, that's what we're gonna play one more time.
Okay.
And yeah, there'll be a couple of new videos, but these are more like storytelling, like we did in the first season, right?
Mhm, mhm.
There was also something about people liking this format with the
Yeah.
background. It feels very organic, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep it this way. There are gonna be some AI videos that will be coming, so stay tuned for that. We did demonstrate one with Mr. Grimm's terrifying tales. It's the guy, the mask on the light.
In the sign.
So that's kind of like a concept project that we had in mind, and we had success. People actually
like
like
it.
that,
People
right?
like it,
So,
yeah.
so that was really good. So things you need to know. Season 3 is going to be completely different. So we are going to take some time off for season 3. We'll be working on 2 different types of film medium. We're going to go now into live action horror. We're going to work on a demons project.
The real deal. The
real
real deal.
deal, real makeup, real effects, real lenses and cameras and doodads and all them gizmos. We're gonna do a short series of the Wizard of Lore. And then the AI stuff will continue, but the idea is that we start integrating more live action material that people like. I was always thinking about like Tales from the Dark Side,
Yeah,
the
like
Twilight Zone,
Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt, that kind of stuff. And I think people want to revisit that
I
one more
used to
time.
like Tales from the Crypt a lot, even though it scares me, but I wanted to see it. You know when
Right,
something
right.
scares you, but you still want to watch it. Yeah.
So what's going on with your YouTube, good sir?
I don't know. I'm gonna check it on my phone. Okay.
Okay, yes, please do. Because, but while you do that, let me give the announcements, and then
Mhm.
we'll go from there. All right. So for those of you that are watching, if you are a fan of Distorted Realities, please tell a friend to tell a friend, and tell your friends to like and subscribe. Click on the bell notification icon for more news and uploaded video content that we do not put on the show. Also know that we're also going to start putting exclusive content for Rumble and for TikTok because they are now starting to pick up.
Mhm.
So make sure you like and subscribe. Tell people. We already hit a milestone of 700 subscribers. We're at 716 on YouTube. Our TikTok viewership or followers has gone up to about almost 400. So
That's really good.
it's getting there. Instagram, not so much, but it's very hit or miss with Instagram. But for those of you that are Instagram subscribers, check it out. Content is spread across the board evenly. And it's good material. I think it's great material. So remember, like and subscribe. You want to tell the folks in Spanish?
Recuerden dar like y suscribirse al canal. Estamos en Rumble, estamos en YouTube, tenemos nuestras páginas de Instagram, pueden ver en Facebook también, en TikTok. Recuerden que en la página de Facebook, ahí están todos los links para todo el merch store y para todo la media que tenemos. Está todos los links ahí en el canal de YouTube. ¿Okay? Muchas gracias por el apoyo, mi gente.
So for those of you who want to share your story and want us to turn it into an AI video, or if you want to do an interview and you want to tell your tale and involves, the paranormal, possession, or anything of the sort, you can reach us out via email at contact@thedistortedrealities.com. Again, contact@thedistortedrealities.com.
Si nos quieren enviar alguna historia en la cual ustedes hayan tenido una historia paranormal, no normal o fuera de lo normal, nos pueden contactar al email que es contact arroba thedistortedrealities.com y ahí pueden enviarnos su historia si ha tenido alguna historia paranormal, no normal o fuera de lo normal. Gracias.
All right, so that's that. If you like the products that we have, for example, I have the Distorted Realities hat, we have the coffee, we have the cups, the shirts. We have tons of cool stuff, a lot of current new stuff. You can go to the Printify shop at https://distorted-realities-shop.printify.me. Again, https://distorted-realities-shop.printify.me. If you go to YouTube and you go to the links, it's already there, so you don't have to memorize this long slew of information. And there is a shop on TikTok. However, doesn't have all the material. A lot of the new stuff is not going to be in there because of the way Printify works with TikTok, and TikTok wants instant and fast delivery. So it takes, the material that you're selling, some of it is not allowed.
Gotcha.
Right. And lastly, the phone lines are open. 904-803-7327. 904-803-7327. Today is a little more interesting. We are doing giveaways. So let me show you what we're giving out. We are giving out this mini bobblehead from The Nun.
Nice.
And this one is a glow-in-the-dark version. We also have Annabelle. And of course, can't complete the set, right? Unless you have this mini bobblehead of the Exorcist of, I think it's Reagan,
Reagan,
right? Or you can also opt for a mini snow globe. And this one is the Clown, the original one. We also have the new one. We have Friday the 13th, and we have Nightmare on Elm Street. So if you call in, give us a shout out, or tell us your story or participate in the show. We'll send it to you free of charge. No issues. We'll reach out to you after the show, get your details, and we'll ship it out the next day. All right. So, Frank.
Yes, sir.
You got to figure out this stuff with you.
After commercials, we do that.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah. So that's what we have. So last week we did and I think we got to raise this up because the sound is starting to sound far away. Let me get closer. So last week we did Mr. Grimm's Terrifying Tales, and people loved it.
They like it.
Yeah, and this kid named Chris, he does the voiceovers. Brilliant. He helped us out, so shout out to Chris. Basically, right now, we decided that we're gonna make this part of Distorted Realities Season 3.
Gotcha. You're gonna put it like a segment, or
it's not gonna be part of the show per se.
Like
it'll have its own designated day and time to air. Something so that we can continuously
put something on. Gotcha.
But these are going to be more fleshed out short stories. They're about 5 to 15 minutes long, depending on how detailed the story is going to be. I think this is going to be great. So we got a preview.
I saw the footage. They're crazy.
Yeah. So we're going to show the preview, and then we'll jump into the cryptid segment.
And
go from there. So without further ado, Mr. Grimm has a message for you guys. So take a look.
From the new media masters of horror, J-Rock and Frank Walls presents Mr. Grimm's Terrifying Tales. Watch as each episode tells a story so gripping that your heart will skip a beat and your blood will boil in fear. Zombies, werewolves, vampires, witches, and all the monster stories will be made available each week. Be sure to have your popcorn ready and turn off the lights as these stories are made to quench your horror thirst. This will be coming soon, only at Distorted Realities.
All right. Well, we hope you like that. Right now, we are going to go into the cryptid section.
You go. We're gonna. Do I say the name of the cryptid?
Well, no, we should go into the cryptid segment first, and then you call it.
Okay.
Without further ado, the
I'm too
cryptid
fast. I'm too
Yeah,
fast today.
All right. So now we're in the cryptid segment, and the first cryptid that we're going to talk about is the
Bow bow.
no,
No, it's not the
it's the
bow.
Michigan it's the Michigan merman.
That's what you said, me.
Yeah, it's the Michigan merman.
Oh, okay, okay. Gotcha. I thought it was the bow bow.
So what do we know about the Michigan merman?
Is I know it's a man.
The bad mer?
It's a man mermaid, right?
Yeah.
The Michigan.
Are you connected already?
Yeah, finally. Michigan merman. Is mare or mare?
MER.
MER. Merman. Wow.
I was connected on YouTube.
I don't know what's going on with the computer.
Just use the phone
Yeah.
and just open the chat so you can see who's on. Okay, so we're good.
We got.
All right, so right now we have the Michigan Merman. The Michigan Merman is a legend that comes from Michigan, right? Obviously, hence the name. But it's not limited to just Michigan. It's been sighted across the 7 lakes.
Oh, so it's like a lake creature.
It's a lake creature, but it's very specific. It's a merman, not necessarily a mermaid,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Does the mermaid does the beds and clean and all that?
It's possible.
Maid.
It's very possible.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
So the Michigan merman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I need a sweet.
The Michigan merman is a lake creature spotted on one of the 7 lakes of Michigan's. Michigan is a state known for having a lot of water bodies.
Yeah, so they're very
Mhm.
known. That's correct. They're very known for having a lot of like cryptids and animals that you could only find in those areas. And like the Octoman, remember
The
that?
Octoman, that's from Michigan as well.
Yeah, so those kind of things play out. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get into YouTube so that I can see who's on. Mr. Walls is having issues with his computer's network.
I don't know what's going on. Maybe
so that I
the
can see who's on.
Zeta reticula. They're
There you
trying
go.
to.
All right, so we're on. All right, so we're good. I'll check in between here and there. So there's 5 people watching right now,
Shout out to those 5 people.
right? And we're good to go. So, the Michigan merman has been spotted. There's a lot of folklore that goes into that, especially Native American folklore. That resulted in sightings that were reported. However, they're not like vicious evil. It's more like, oh, I just spotted something incredible, right? It really doesn't do much of anything other than make its appearance from time to time, and people go ooh ah, and they go crazy. There's no indication that this creature would be, how can I call it,
like a violent.
like an aggressive creature or anything like that. However, at Distorted Realities, we always paint the canvas a little bit aggressively, so so the video might present some nuances. Now they do say there's two different kind of reports. Sorry about that. I just heard a loud thump. I don't know. It was 1 second. We had a little interference. Sorry, guys. It appears that something fell, and made its made a loud noise, and it made its presence felt. So, but yeah. So this particular cryptid was not very interesting to me. Yes, they do state that this thing has two different appearances. One looks a little bit more evil and grotesque, and the other one looks like a handsome young man. We tried both with the AI videos, but it's not anything out of the ordinary, basically, right? So yeah, there's not really much going for it outside of its sightings, its reports, and of course there are some folk tales, I guess is what we call it, for historical reference, but nothing major.
But what about when it was I know it was in Michigan sighting, but it doesn't say like in a specific lake or something.
It was in Lake Erie.
Lake Erie.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's tons of sightings on it. When I say tons, I'm not saying like a whole 100. It's not a UFO thing, right?
Yeah.
But in its area, it's very common and very like low key discussed that these things do exist. And
You know what I happened long time ago. I had a job that it allows me to visit all the states. Right? Hold on, I don't want to go deep in that. There's no need for that. But I went to the Michigan. It's nice and cold, and I don't know why their state troopers they only have one light. Like it looks like a hat on top of the car.
it's just like one big round light.
Yeah, red state troopers. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, and there's a place called the Upper Peninsula, and for that you have to cross the Mackinac Bridge. And when you're crossing that bridge, you think it's an ocean, but it's just all those lakes. It's too much water, a lot of water. Like it looks like a sea, but it's not it's a lake.
Wow,
it's huge.
So you think there's a possibility that this mermaid,
anything could be there,
this merman,
and it looks deep, like a deep lakes. You know what I mean? And the water looks like the ocean, like black and everything, like dark. Like bluish dark. Oh yeah. So yeah, I kind of dig that. You never know.
Wow. Well, for me, this mermaid does not take the cake.
No,
I'm not impressed. It's one of those species of cryptids that I find, it's almost like a spin-off of something else. And we already spoke about the Fiji mermaid. Disney has the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
There are a series of reports of real mermaids, and this goes back to like an old period of time where they're depicted in these art pieces called frescoes, and they're like tile designs where they show mermaids.
Yeah.
Right. But outside of that, this one doesn't fit that bill.
How they call them fresco? The tiles thing.
It's called frescoes.
We call them in Spanish. We mosaico.
Or mosaics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have them in mosaics as well. So I mean, not too impressed, not too crazy about it. Yeah.
You know, there's a place here in Florida that it's kind of like a Greek town.
What's it called?
No, it's going towards Tampa, or it's in Tampa. It's like a fish area, like a fish market area, and there's like a bay area, whatever. And it's like a Greek motive town. Like
Mm.
maybe there's a man.
Manmer. Manmer. But yeah. So yeah, I wasn't too moved by this one. I did it because things need to get done, even the stuff you don't like.
Exactly.
But-
I mean,
But it was good.
we cannot discriminate on creatures. I mean, on cryptids,
That makes
right?
you don't like your God, swim away.
Right?
You imagine that? No. No, that not. I don't think it's not that. I think it's just there wasn't enough substance.
It's like Aquaman, you know,
No, I like Namor better.
right?
Yeah,
He's faster. He's faster.
He's faster. But yeah, so let's go into the video because the next one after this one is way better.
Way better.
So let's look at
I already spoiled the last one.
the Michigan
Oh
mermaid.
my god.
All right.
Let's watch it.
The Michigan merman. Discovered in Lake Superior, the Michigan merman is considered to be an elusive species of male mermaid. Some describe it as human in appearance, with blue or green scaly skin and a large fishtail, while others state that it has a more morbid appearance. Some say it can place people in a hypnotic trance due to its ability to sing beautifully. Some have even stated that this creature has the ability to shape-shift. The last reported sighting of the Michigan mermaid was on November 19th, 2024.
Right. So we were just over here laughing because he said, "Oh, I didn't get the merman information," and I said, "That's why 'cause it sucked." I mean, all in all, it's a great species. It's just I'm just like done with aquatic creatures, you know.
We have done a lot. We have
But-
done a lot of aquatic creatures,
Yeah,
right? Like
great.
the frogman, the octoman, and they're all mans. The majority of
They're all mans.
Yeah.
Right.
Merman, octoman, frogman.
But the next one was right up my alley.
Here you go.
The ball.
The ball.
So why don't we go into the ball and let's talk about that because that's more interesting,
Yeah,
way
that's
more
very
interesting. And while you do that, I'm gonna just chew on this baby.
Yeah, I
waist.
find a lot of information about it. So I'm gonna read from. This is from. Let me quote.
Cryptid Wiki.
Cryptid Wiki. Yeah, there you go. And he says, in Philippines, this is a Philippines mythology, right? The baobab is an undead creature that steals corpses, whether from a funeral or grave, and feeds of them. Maximo Ramos credited the tales of the baobab to the Banua people in his book, The Creature of Philippine Lower Mythology. It is associated with the Aswan Amalahi Busha, which are also flesh eaters. Wow. And I got this from Wikipedia. This one is a little bit more elaborated. It says a baobab is an undead monster that steals corpses, whether it is in a funeral or grave, and feeds of them. It has a strong sense of smell for dead humans' bodies. It also has claws and teeth sharp enough to rip the clothing of the dead. Since it eats nothing but corpses, it has a foul breath. Once this monster has spotted and eaten the corpse, it will leave the trunk of a banana tree in the coffin, creating an illusion of the stole body is to trick the people. Wow.
That is very, very interesting. So
Wow.
this creature is depicted as a male humanoid, I guess, entity with ghoul-like bat features. So it has wings. It has these gnarled fingers, and I can't do gnarled fingers. My fingers are long enough, but if you get the gist of it,
If you give me a close up, I can elaborate on how the creature looks.
hold
Like
on. Where are you, Frank?
right there. It would be like something like that.
Oh my god!
But uglier.
Wow! Wow! Hold on one second, because I'm at the cryptid intro here and group scene. I don't know why my group scene is acting up. Today's a freaky day.
It is a freaky day, but don't.
Okay.
No, it's not you. It's not you.
It's not me. It's
No,
you.
it's not me. No, it's not us.
All right. So I mean, the ball, right? Very interesting species of cryptid. Sure enough. Yeah, so very interesting species of cryptid. They're seen in these tropical or like tropical areas where they're like in the Caribbean cemeteries and stuff like that.
It's like a vulture. Vulture.
Yeah.
Vulture. Wow.
And it just doesn't feed on physical body parts.
Yeah, at least you can be safe. That if you're alive and you see him around, he's not gonna eat you. Like, let me give you an example. Every time I bring my little dog outside, there are vultures around.
Vultures.
Yeah.
Vouchers are free.
They're free.
Vouchers are giving
vultures. There's vultures around, and they don't even look at her. They're like, "Oh, okay, he's alive. We don't like that." They're like,
yeah, they're just eating dead corpses.
They vomit on the. Yeah, they vomit the food and they eat it again.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting. It is.
However, this one was a treat to
I forget
make.
you were eating.
I'm the ball. I'm about to throw up all this candy. So with that being said, I think this AI video was really good to make. I
Shout out
enjoyed
to the Philippines and Vietnam too.
Yes. My boys, the Philippines, they're awesome. They have a lot of good cryptid history and a lot of like those ghost stories and stuff like that. They're great out there. And some of it is like far out there, but it's like the way they describe it is so like believable.
Yeah.
So it's really good to watch. I think personally this one was easy, enjoyable to make. I got a little creative with it. This one doesn't have a lot of music, more than it has ambient sound. So yeah, so I think they're gonna like this video.
I saw a video of there's a country, I don't know if I think it's the Philippines too, that they once at a time they go to the grave and they dig out the bodies and they like kind of clean them or whatever. And
Oh, so there are different
I don't know
practices.
if it's Philippines.
There is a practice. I don't know if it's the Philippines, but every year when a deceased person moves forward and passes on, and every year they dig out the body, they clean up the body, they dress it, and then they pose them so they could take pictures with them, and then they put the body back when they're done.
Yeah.
That's a crazy practice, but but that's just the practice in their culture. It's done. So
We respect every culture here.
yeah, except Birdman.
Yeah, Merriman sucks.
Yes, it does. But this one doesn't suck. So why don't we go to the AI video for
Yeah.
the ball? So why don't you cue it out?
Let's watch the ball, guys. Enjoy.
The Bal. In the Philippine jungles lies a demon that resembles that of a bat with human features. Known as the Bal, this cryptid of myths and legends lurks the jungles in search of a victim. The Balbal is known to lurk the ancient cemeteries in order to devour the corpses that are in slumber. The Balbal does not just feast on the flesh, but also finds nourishment in the souls it eats. Be on the lookout when you are in the Philippine jungles, as the Balbal may be placing its sights on you.
All right, so that was the ball. We hope you like the AI video. I think it's great. Share your thoughts in the comments. Call in. We'll send you free bobblehead, and you can enjoy it. I personally don't want to keep all this, but we'll feel free to give it away if you call in.
We got Mr. Rafa de la Mata.
My boy Ralph, what's going on, brother?
What up, Ralph? Well, he says, my brother Jose doing his thing.
Thank you, sir.
We got Corrales Otero saying, it looks like the spirits don't want you to work today. LOL.
Yeah, it's funny because it feels weird. Yeah, I know that I did explain about the passing of the individual, but then we had that situation happen back there where this loud noise happened and nobody knows where it came from. And then he had internet issues.
Yeah.
So it's like we're on a good streak today of things that are just happening.
Weird things, weird atmosphere.
But like all things, we just push it to the side and keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Right. And getting away from the creepy stuff, now we're going into
the aliens.
No, it's my favorite segment. So let's go to the alien segment. And why don't you seg us away to that?
Okay, guys, let's watch the aliens intro. Thank you.
Welcome to In Search of Aliens. This is my favorite segment. And why? Because I love all things science and science fiction. I grew up on it. So what do we do in this segment, right? We take information from a special book about an alien race and we talk about it. But now it's not just about an alien race. There is a war happening between two factions, right? One is called the Council of Five and the other one is called the Race Matra. Council of Five are the good guys. They have a distinct and unique grouping of aliens that are here to protect humans, protect the planet. And they're doing so from the evil clutches of the Race Matra, which is another group of aliens called the Matra, but they're separate subsections, thousands and hundreds of them, and they work together to try to enslave humans and destroy Earth.
Oh,
right?
Está en el mundo version.
Yes,
Okay.
go ahead, help yourself.
Sí, vamos ahora al segmento de los alienígenas extraterrestres, como usted quiera llamarle. Vamos a hablar sobre lo que ya hemos discutido anteriormente, del libro que se encontró en la Segunda Guerra Mundial. Pasó de los nazis a los rusos, ¿verdad?
Yep.
Y un amigo de J-Rock lo encontró y se lo hizo pasar. Y de ahí que nosotros sacamos toda la información y en este libro redacta que hay dos razas mayores. Una se llama el Consejo de los Cinco y la otra se llama la raza Mitra, en la cual se están peleando por... prácticamente pues, son los buenos y los malos en este reto por la humanidad, ¿no? So, la Mitra son los malos y son muchas razas dentro de una misma. Y están los Council of Five, que son muchas también dentro de un grupo. El
Consejo de los Cinco.
El Consejo de los Cinco. Que son más de 5, no son 5. Pero esos son los buenos y los malos son los Mitra. Y pues los malos quieren invadir el planeta o quieren deshacerse de la humanidad o hacer experimentar con los humanos o hacer como inbreeding, híbridos. Y los consejos de los 5 pues quieren mantener la especie humana a salvo, preservarla, proveernos tecnologías y educarnos y cosas así.
Yeah.
Y pues ahí vamos ahora.
So we covered about 85% of the book.
Hemos cubierto 85% del libro ya.
About about that. So we shortened it down to one alien per because we want to end the season with enough to start the next one. This particular alien species, not much to know about it. I did a little more digging. This is one of those adaptive species.
Are they from the Console of 5 or Mitra?
Nobody knows.
Oh, okay.
But the name of the species is called Taurus, right? And basically, this is like a mining species. From what I digged, you're not gonna find this on the book. I had to get this from.
Oh, yeah, because I found one in the book that kind of have the name like it, but it was missing a letter, and I was like, "That's not the one." Then
let me see. Go ahead and go to the book and see where we're at. Oh no, you gotta go down.
Yeah,
way down. But the Taurus is a species that's kind of they're investigating Earth. They're investigating wildlife. They're going inside of volcanoes. They're mining for ore, specifically in volcanic areas.
Wow.
Yeah. So this species is very unique that it is an adaptophile. Basically, its body will change according to its environment. So if it's underwater, its temperature will change. Its body structure will change. If it's in the lava, that's it. Taurus. Yeah.
That's the one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, this is a very cool alien. Why don't you read what's on the book and go from there?
This is what I got so far. It says that the origin is unknown. They are often seen near or flying by volcanoes, identified due to the exquisite nature of their shapes. They have never contacted humans, and there are no reports of violence or abductions. That's good. And probably maybe from the Console of 5, maybe. I don't know.
And they're not shy either.
Yeah. Even though they are discreet, their presence on Earth is frequent, and they do not try to hide from view. There are several contradictory reports about their appearance. Last sighted of the coast of Norway in 2000.
That's not too long ago. That's what, 25 years ago?
The good old days, man. 2000. I wonder what I was doing in 2000. Crazy. Next segment.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, it's a very interesting species. Not much is known about it outside of the little digging that I did. The fact that they're an adaptive species, that they're frequent here, leads me to believe that this is not a allegiance to anyone.
They could be either from the Console of 5, or there could be those like a freelance. You know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna mess with you guys. You guys are not gonna mess with us. You know?
Yeah, that's what I got from it. But I like doing the work for it. I thought it was great. This species reminds me of like those cartoons where people transform into different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it reminds me of. But I like the fact that that's the only species we did that transforms based on its environment.
Okay.
Kind
of like a chameleon.
All the other ones change the environment to adapt to them. So that's what makes this species so unique. But I think this is pretty much it when it comes to this alien. The next couple of aliens that are coming through are going to be heavy hitters. And some of them are like really like rough around the edges. Right? But this is the only alien we're touching on.
This one looks very rough.
What's it called? Purislav, Ilmu. So that's believe it or not, that one has ties to the Illuminati.
Wow.
Yeah, but I won't give you too much on it. Yeah. The all-seeing eye. But
hey, we're ready for a contract. Come on.
You gotta be careful. They'll send you to Diddy.
No Diddy party for us. No.
So with that being said, let's go to the AI video and let's look at Taurus. I think the music, the composition, and everything was good for this one. I had fun doing this.
Shout out to our AI team. Thank you for everything. IT, AI, everything. You guys are the best.
Right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, so let's go to it. This time I'll call it. This is the Taurus, guys. Enjoy.
The Taurus. Their origin is unknown. They are often seen near or flying by volcanoes, identified due to the exquisite nature of their ships. They are also seen investigating marine life. They have never contacted humans, and there are no reports of violence or abductions. Even though they are discreet, their presence on Earth is frequent, and they do not try to hide from view. There are several contradictory reports about their appearance. Last sighted off the coast of Norway in 2000.
So that concludes our In Search of Aliens segment, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, I
Nice.
think in season 3, I think it's gonna be a very different type of thing. Where aliens will still be discussed, but we're gonna dig deeper into more of a fleshed out scenario.
I hope that for next season we can have a moment to create our aluminum foil hats for when
That's
we're
your
gonna
job.
discuss-
That's your job.
I'm gonna develop, man. I'm gonna develop.
So yeah, so let's go now to the paranormal segment.
Before we go that, let me say hi to Jacob Adorno.
Yo.
He said, "What's up, guy? What's up? What's up?
What's going on, broski?
What's up, Jacobo?"
But yeah, so now it's time to go to my favorite part and your favorite part. The paranormal segment.
Paranormal, spooky things going around.
So let's go to it and let's check it out.
Let's hit it.
Right?
And remember, the paranormal is something that is not normal, abnormal, or out of normal. Thank you.
You want to see the Spanish?
Recuerden que paranormal es algo que no es normal, es anormal o fuera de lo normal. Gracias.
There you go. So, what we do in the paranormal segment is we take a couple of, we research the TikTok videos that we run into, and then we share it with you guys and review it and give us our honest opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this stuff is very intense, so bear in mind that if you find it to be disturbing, do not watch. And check in with us after the segment, which usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Doesn't take
Yeah.
long.
And remember that the lines are open. You can always call us to 904-803-7327. I repeat, 904-803-7327. Thank you. Pueden llamarnos al 904-803-7327. 904-803-7327. No sean tímidos. Llamen. Participen.
Get a free bobblehead.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, let's start with the first video. Go from there.
Let's go. Get it.
A security guard was working the night shift when he sees this. From unknown sources, a disturbing video was captured in Mexico, where an overnight security guard was working alone at a school, when suddenly in the middle of the night, through the security cameras, he sees something trying to get in. Disturbingly, what looks like a woman with stretched limbs can be seen standing at the front entrance, staring at the camera. The video explains that whoever this was broke into the school since the exterior was gated shut. Real or not, seeing this at night is sure to cause some nightmares.
All right. So that was very interesting.
That's one. That video resembles how important and how can I say this is that the things that you don't see what a security officer goes through. You see, that was a security
So
camera.
have you, as an officer in the past, can you attest to seeing crazy things like that?
When you are in a dark place and you are by yourself, it's only you and just you. You see a lot of stuff. Now, sometimes it could be your mind, you know what I mean? Playing tricks. Sometimes you see shadows. I remember working at a hotel and it was an elevator that will go to the upper floor and it start open the door like this. And it only happened at night, you know, and there was nothing. And I remember being was a Sheraton hotel here in Orlando, and we received I entered my night shift, and the second shift guy was like, "Hey, listen, can you go to this room because they've been calling and calling and calling from this room that but it's like a little kid, and they hang up the phone, like they're joking with the phone, and they just keep calling us." And I was okay, I'll go. When I go to the room, I enter the room. The room is pitch black. There's nobody there. It was empty. And it was not a connecting room. You know, sometimes you got a connecting room. Maybe some people can go through, and it was not a connecting room. When I go inside, it was so dark. I feel kind of like chills. The radio turns on.
Oh Lord.
I just get out of there, right? I went back to the dispatcher. Now the night guy was Tim. Shout out to Tim, wherever you are, Tim. He's in North Carolina now. And yeah, I told that to Tim, and then I keep doing my stuff, and he calls me again. Hey, Frank, they keep calling from that room, and I was I can go and check, but at this time I'm not going by myself. So all of us, when we were like 6 security guards, all of us went there. We went there. Everything was off. The radio was still on. We turned off the radio, and the TV turns on. We just left the room. That was all. That was crazy. So yeah, a lot of weird things happen, you know. But
Here's another weird one for you. Our names are reversed.
when that happened,
No, this is recent. This is weird. Everything that's happening today is weird. I haven't even touched this at all. So let me just move this where it belongs, because now this is throwing me off.
oh my god.
I have to seriously clean my PC. Rid of all wickedness. There you go. That's a lot better.
There you go.
All right, so that's done.
The guy we know, Nick.
So yeah, so let's go back to the paranormal segment and go to video 2.
This one chilled me to the bone. This bizarre image was taken from a CCTV recording in a hospital moments before the patient passed away. It appears to show something standing on their bed. A demonic entity? Or purely an optical illusion? What do you think?
So that one was from At the Tape Library. I just want to mention that that's the original. I'm citing the original person who put the video up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to the second video, the first video, just to cite that name.
A security guard was working the
At Dark Moose Men for the first video.
wow.
Right. So for the second video, though, that's very
This one
interesting. I'm just gonna
chilled me to the
I'm just gonna
bone.
move
This bizarre image was
slightly,
taken from a CCTV recording in a
slide
hospital.
there and stop. So that picture, you know how old that picture is?
No, how is it?
That picture must be about 25 years old.
Wow.
Because I remember seeing this back in the days when you had to go to like AOL and log in, you know, and that used to be there. And they mentioned this before. There was it's so unfortunate. There was a really good website called jkcinema.com.
Mhm.
And they wanted to do something like this where they were showing like video montages of ghost videos and stuff. And I remember this being on JK Cinema. And it looks like a demon.
It looks whatever it is, it looks hairy, right? Like a
Yeah. And you could tell that it's like that's the backside or the what we call the butt. This is the thigh. the calf,
Mm-hmm.
the foot on the bed. That's the head there, and this is the arm.
It looks like it has like little chicken legs.
It's possible, but it looks very, very authentic, very real.
Wow.
I'm gonna say yes to this one, and I'm gonna say yes to the first one.
But that's like it's like an office or what?
No, that's a hospital bed. Somebody's laying on the hospital bed, and they took that picture of that whatever that was on top of the person.
Oh wow.
And that person was terminally ill.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's definitely an entity or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this one in the first video that we saw, I'm gonna say yes to both. I believe it. I think it's
Yeah. Yeah.
super important
Me too, me
to
too.
express the age of this one, because I remember seeing this as a young adult or younger adult, because I'm still a young adult. But yeah, so interesting. And now we're going to video 3.
Creepy demonic creature caught on home security camera.
That was freaking
That's crazy.
freaky.
Imagine
That was freaky.
imagine waking up and seeing that thing.
Yeah, that was way off. It's a very interesting video. Do you feel like it's real? Be honest.
Well, that one could be. It could be somebody that like a contortionist or somebody with that ability, gymnastics or whatever. Yeah, but it's still scary because the way it move. I don't know. Maybe they could have recorded like fast forwarded. You know what I mean? But it moved really fast. Like could be something. But it was wearing like shorts. That was weird, right? Like.
In possession, people take weird forms.
Oh yeah. In possessions, yeah. That's what I was hearing it.
Did you notice what went inside the sleeping person's face?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. Do I think it's real? No.
I was hearing a priest talking about it, like an exorcist priest in a podcast, and he was saying stuff like that. Like people when they get possessed, they change their appearance completely, and they can create illusions too as well, and but they get really strong, and they contortion their body in ways that are not humanly possible, stuff like that.
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
How when they're in that form, their
Mhm.
body can contort to that many different ways.
Yeah, and
But
also they're
when you're
super
normal, you
strong. It's crazy, and they're super strong. I heard like little tiny women's get possessed, and they throw a guy like flying to the wall, stuff like that. That's crazy.
To help Frank not be gender biased, but little tiny men can do the same thing to big women if they're possessed.
Because I don't know why, but normally,
The possessions are normally on women.
exactly, a lot of females get possessed more than the. We're not saying the only men's don't get possessed, but normally it's more females that they get possessed for some reason. I don't know why, but
It is interesting. But yeah, so let's move on. 4th video and final one. I'm saving the best for last. That was the freakiest one out of all of them.
isn't that from Frozen? Isn't that Elsa's sister?
Nah, that's an old doll. The freaky part is that the girl, it appears like somebody's behind covering the eyes of the doll. And as he gets closer, the person kind of disappears, but there's nothing there when he gets to the back.
It's like a shadow, like a black shadow.
Yeah, that one was freaky. I find that one to be a little bit more believable. Because he ran straight through. There was no edits.
Nothing, yeah.
Right? Yeah, all in all, I think that's the most realistic one.
And he moved the eye too.
Yeah, like it jittered out.
Yeah, he moved it. That's crazy. Wow.
So yeah, so this concludes our paranormal investigations on these videos.
That one was scary. That
And
one.
what we think. That's why I will never have a doll in my house unless it's Linda or Reagan. But yeah. So with that being said, we're gonna cut over now to the creepy stuff.
Creepy stuff.
And we're gonna share what we're supposed to share. Let's go.
Hit it. Creepy comforts.
All right, so we're back. J Rock and Frank Walls. We're in the finally the spots.
Yeah, our names are correct.
But I think what that is that the camera inverted itself.
Inverted.
Yeah, that happens from time to time.
Yeah.
Not that it doesn't matter, but just for aesthetics, it makes sense to put the names back where they belong. Creepy segment. So this one is super awesome. This is the part 3 of Mars Base Z. One more left, and that's next week.
This is Ada's favorite.
Yes,
Right,
it is. It
right.
is. Well, this one is going to be a little bit more out there. But next week we'll decide if the story continues on season 3 or if it dies where it needs to. I'm of the opinion that the story needs to finish at some point, but some of our dear friends do not want it to end. They want a never-ending zombie apocalypse.
Wow.
In every planet, in every universe, in every galaxy, across the board.
Even Marvel did something like that.
They do. It's called Marvel Zombies.
Right,
But even
right.
that had an ending.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so without further ado, we're going to do Mars Base Z Part 3. I put a lot of time and attention this time on the audio. Sounds a lot better. Also note that the end credits at the end has an extended 30 seconds of music. So the song is complete now. And enjoy.
Part 3. The Sun Illuminati song.
Wait, you got to do the 666.
Oh my god.
But yeah. So enjoy, guys.
The zombie apocalypse continues in Mars as the space military engage in a fierce battle against the zombies. But their numbers are dwindling. They are fighting with all they've got in order to provide the astronauts a chance to escape and get on the rocket ship. Let us continue to see how this will unfold.
Run, there's too many of them, run!
Mars, something stars. We're fighting for the lands, breathless skies. Speed up all the liars, breathless skies. Run down confidence. You want a song? It's for the cry. You want a song? It's for the cry. Trusting to the whole thing, but nothing behind. You want a song? It's for the cry. Let's go. Touch mixed with shattered bones. Through faceless wires, your screams and groans. Engines roar, but the engines soar. When it's chaos, ever burn. You want a song? It's for the cry. You want a song? It's for the cry. Listen to the whole, there's a something behind. You want a song? It's for the cry. If that's against with Antichrist, hold the line. Resistance weakens, but we rise to or die. Mountain side of wellness, still don't retreat. Iglesias lately, the prayer spills, hear the king. You want a song? It's for the cry. You want a song? It's for the cry. Touching to the heart with glory's design. You want a song? It's for the cry. Let's go.
And that ends episode 3 of Mars Base Z.
Beautiful, beautiful. Very scary.
What do we have there in the comments?
We got Frank Walls. Whoa.
All right. So it's been a very quick one today. Hasn't been that bad.
Even
So-
with all the technical difficulties,
Yeah, we apologize for the technical difficulty. It's just been a very weird day.
Mhm.
It's been a hard week. And I apologize for that up front. If I presented that energy, it's never our intention. However, it's been a rough one. So with that, this ends our segments for the week. Let's go back and recap as far as what episode 12 is gonna bring. Hopefully it'll be a lot better. Well, I know it's gonna be a lot better, but episode 12, we're gonna recap the best cryptids. So pay attention to the polls on youtube.com and on tiktok.com. We'll see if we put it on Instagram as well. See what the feedback looks like. Favorite alien, favorite cryptid, favorite paranormal video. We'll revisit all three. We're gonna do Mars Base Z. We're gonna end the story there for the season, perhaps forever. And then we're gonna give you some updates as to what we're gonna do next, in more detail. And then we're gonna improve because that's what we do. We improve every time. So
I guess we're gonna have to contact Elon Musk and tell him that no go to Mars, no going to Mars,
no Mars.
no Mars. Go to Jupiter, somewhere else, the moon. No, not even the moon.
Comment?
We got Jacob Adorno. It says, fire, 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 fire.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Lots
you.
of love. Lots of love.
Yep.
So yeah, so I think that this week we kind of cleared out what we needed to clear out. I think we're back. We're gonna get back in pace. What's gonna happen after season 12? We're gonna start filming, of course. And we're gonna leave some scheduled AI videos that'll be uploaded and left there for scheduling, like we did with the terrifying tales of Mr. Grimm. But that's gonna be for season 3. It will be something completely different. These are specials that I had done before.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But outside of that, you want to say anything?
I just want to shout out to everybody and thank you for the support. And remember that you can always participate in the show calling to 904-803-7327. And don't forget to follow us on the medias and all our platforms. We're in Rumble now. So I want to say in Spanish real quick. Gracias por el apoyo, mi gente. No se olviden de dar like y nos sigan en todas las plataformas. Estamos en Rumble, en YouTube, en Instagram, en TikTok. Y Facebook también. Entonces, acuérdense que para participar en el show pueden llamar al 904-803-7327. Si participan, siempre le damos un regalito. Así que No sean tímidos, llamen, cuéntenos su historia. Si quieren estar en anónimo, puede ser anónimo. Si quieren que digamos su nombre, decimos su nombre, no importa.
Yeah.
Y gracias por el apoyo, mi gente, y se les agradece. Y este episodio, este season nuevo que viene ahora, viene mucho más fuerte, más cargado. Ya el próximo domingo va a ser nuestro último episodio, ¿verdad?
Yeah, it's gonna be season 2 final
Ujú.
season finale.
Y ahí vamos a tener la última parte de Mars Base C. Ahí está la última parte. Y nada, gracias por el apoyo una vez más. Saludos a todos. Y se les agradece mucho. Thank you to everybody. Really appreciate everything you guys do for us. Thank you.
All right, so this is that was Frank's sign off. So I'll give you mine, guys. I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your understanding. I just want to say just dealing with loss is never easy. More importantly, with those who are very integral to your well-being and your growth and your success. Just bear in mind, I always see those people. Tell them you love them. Tell them how you feel. Share moments, create moments. They matter. They're important. And more importantly, live life. When one's gone, how do you honor their life best? By living as best as you can. All right. So with that being said, lots of love. Later on, J-Rock, Frank Walls signing out. Peace.
Take care, guys.
This show is produced by J Rock and Frank Walls. Audio and music by O. Dot. Art and design by Corrales Otero. See you next week, and remember, the truth is out there.